You already know what it is, man. It's Mr. Brian Freeman, and this is Cadillac Chronicles. Today, we got my bro LaRussell in the whip right now. How you feeling, bro?
Yes, sir. Lovely. We in the A.
Absolutely. I greatly appreciate you coming through, man. You're a cool-ass dude. But
Come on.
we meet once again, you feel me? But yeah, we going to get into some fire music, and then we going to chop it up.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it.
I should put spree wheels on the station wagon. I'm from the home of the East Bay Dragons. A little up north where I landed, baby. I ain't had nothing handed, baby. I'm that nigga where I'm from, to be candid. I don't ask for respect, I demand it. Soon as the plane land, I be getting to the chicken. A nigga like me is slim pickings. The nigga that you with, he the bargain brand. I'm Mountain Valley Spring, not the Target brand. Hello, are you hard at hearing? You ever hopped out the car while steering? You ever geeked till you sweated out your white tee? You ever cheesed and took a nigga wifey? You ever took her to the view, not the sightsee? I got flavor, that's why the niggas bite me. Ooh, I got flavor, got what I mean? I got flavor, sprinkle me, man. I got flavor, I put the sauce in a pot, I got flavor. Ooh, I got flavor, got what I mean? I got flavor, sprinkle me, man. I got flavor, dip, flip, so for the 5 years ago, I was barely getting by. Outside, finger in the sky. See which way the wind blowing, then let it fly. Where are we going? To the top. I'm platinum in the streets when we drop. Where are we going? To the top. The mayor said we could rename the block. I got flavor, yeah, that I mean. I got flavor, sprinkle me, man. I got flavor, I put the sauce in her. I got flavor, hey, stop me if you catch me in a lie. I'm Indy, I'm handsome, I'm fly. I know Lil Jon, what a guy. Oh, you ain't know I was a chef? Surprise! I got flavor, you know what I mean? I got flavor, sprinkle me, man. I got flavor, I put the sauce in a pot, I got flavor. I got flavor, you know what I mean? I got flavor, sprinkle me, man. I got flavor, I put the sauce in a pot.
Nah, that's that work right there. That's fire.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you get it. You get
From
it
the yay to the A.
Absolutely. The motherfuckers in the street going crazy right now.
OG pulled up, rolled the window down.
Absolutely. Immediately. You feel me?
Hey, little life rap, running red lights, you hear me? Cadillac Chronicles. Hey. Some days I wake up and don't want to get out of bed. A symptom of chasing this bread. The hustle that kept me ahead. Might end up the reason I'm dead. You know that depression could spread from your brain all the way to your legs. Knowing there's so much to get, but rather do nothing instead. I look at my baby and smile. I could never abandon my child. Even when my thoughts run wild, I die before I throw in the towel. I cannot be a man if I don't show up for people who need me. Complaining that life is hard, as if anyone said it would be easy. I'm working like I don't get 25, but every time a nigga see me live, but what's 25 when you split the pie with like 20 lives? Less than 5. I think about what do I do it for, and when the day come I can't do no more. When niggas still show up and show me this love. Some days I wake up and don't want to get out of bed. A symptom of chasing this bread. The hustle that kept me ahead might end up the reason I'm dead. You know that depression could spread all the way from your brain to your legs. Knowing there's so much to get, but rather do nothing instead. I look at my baby and smile. I could never abandon my child. Even when my thoughts run wild, I die before I throw in the towel. I cannot be a man if I don't show up for people who need me. Complaining that life is hard, as if anyone said it would be easy. That's life rap. You hear me?
Absolutely.
That's life rap. Man, the sky out, this feel good.
Word up.
We might have to start. You know, I kicked this off though from the back of the truck.
Word up.
You know I kicked this mobile shit off from the back of the truck. You hear me? Yeah.
Wow, yo.
We in the A. I rep it hard. I'm known worldwide, but I blew up from my backyard. We in the A. From Northern Cal. They like my songs, they like my smile, they like my style. Let's go. This This ain't nothing you ain't heard before. I put a new twist on the stuff from '06. This ain't nothing you ain't heard before. I got a little story, it goes something like this. This ain't nothing you ain't heard before. I put a new twist on the stuff from '06. This ain't nothing you ain't heard before. Even if you heard it, you ain't heard it like this. It was 2006, I recall. Fresh white tee and it's Chris, I recall. Bodie drop, tell me when to go that winter. It was all on the flow that winter. Short came through and blow the whistle for the summer. You wasn't outside back then, what a bummer. Nokia phones and H2 Hummers. Hey, little mama, we in the A. I rep it hard. I'm known worldwide, but I blew up from my backyard. We in the A, from Northern Cal. They like my songs, they like my smile, they like my style. Ooh, let's go. Oakland, Frisco, Richmond, Vallejo, Atlanta, Decatur, Savannah, we in the A. We rep it hard. I'm known worldwide, but I blew up from my backyard. We in the A, from Northern Cal. They like my songs, they like my smile, they like my style. Hey, look, I know somebody with no bills ain't talking to me. I'm to the point where I don't even like talking for free. Take a hike, peanut Adobe or something. I'm a baller, Kobe or something. Lifesaver, Kenobi or something. I got the sauce, Bertoli or something. It's my time, need a rollie or something. This mankind, Mick Foley or something. This ain't nothing you ain't heard before. I put a new twist on the stuff from '06. This ain't nothing you ain't heard before. I got a little story, it goes something like this. This ain't nothing you ain't heard before. I put a new twist on the stuff from '06. This ain't nothing you ain't heard before. Even if you heard it, you ain't heard it like this. I'm wiggling. You catch my drift, they loafing. You catch my drift, it's slapping. You catch my drift, I'm having. You catch my drift, I'm saucy. You catch my drift, we outside. You catch my drift, yeah, that I mean. You catch my drift, it's in the water, A. I'm in the A. We in the A. Cadillac Chronicles, yeah, live from the A. What? Hey, we in the A. Huh? What? Now after you back it up, then stop. What? Drop it like it's hot. After you back it up, then stop. What? Drop it like it's hot.
Yo, that's so fire, bruh. So you just be having a great time, bruh.
I enjoy what I do for a living.
Absolutely, man. That's super fire, bro. So let me ask you this. What's something that you're thankful for in your life right now?
Man, my life itself. You know, I've had times in my journey where I didn't even want my life. So, you know, to be here and experiencing what I'm experiencing, I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. I'm grateful for life itself.
Absolutely. What's something that you learned in your life that really helps you?
Man. Not to take everything personal. You know, when you live your life on defense, feeling like everything coming at you, everybody coming at you, just everything that happened in the world is personal to you, and you live with a woe is me spirit and why me, and man, that shit really like kill the flow and the energy of life. Life don't get to move through you the way it's supposed to.
Word. It's like having a mindset like that is not taking responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no,
you know what's crazy? Responsibility and accountability is like responding to something even if you not. Accountability is responding to it even if you're not responsible for it.
facts.
You know, and a lot of people miss that step. Sometimes it ain't your fault that the trash can fail, but you still accountable for picking it up and putting the trash back in it. And everybody don't want to do that.
Word up. In a way, like, when you blame other people, it takes power away from you. And the way that you think, because you control your destiny in the way that you want to move and react and respond to things.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I feel like when something goes wrong, I'll be like, yo, everything is my fault. because I can make a change though. You feel me?
Yeah. On God. And you know, the high level to that is like it's nobody's fault. Shit just is what it is. It ain't no fault to give. You know, nobody has to hold the fault forward. Everybody just got to respond and do what's necessary to make it right.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. So you really become like the gold standard of being independent. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being independent mean to you? And what's your definition of it?
Being independent means being able to stand on your own 2 feet. You know, we don't need crutches. We don't need canes. We can spend our own paper. We can use our own resources to accomplish what we want to achieve. And some people mistake independence for like being alone or not having no help or no support. And that's not what it is. You know, sometimes we got to go partner to bridge that gap and to get extra resources and to get the same opportunities that, you know, the majors get. But the difference between us is we don't have to. We get to.
Absolutely. How important are building systems and having teams set up?
Vital. You know, I was talking to the homie Stretch, and, you know, he was talking about how, like, you know, the labels can only really help an artist if they got a hit. And we were saying how I'm the anomaly because I have infrastructure and a system set in place. Like, generally, an artist only got music. They don't have everything else you need to move the music. I built everything else around the music. You know, the music is the pillar, but I built a whole bunch of things around it to help the music sustain and to help us be able to activate when we have a music moment. But, you know, a lot of people who know LaRussell, they might not be able to tell you a specific song or their favorite song, but they know who I am. And some artists don't have, you know, their song is bigger than they will ever be. And the song is just, you know, it's passive. It's something that we might listen to as we scrolling, but you don't know the words. You know the TikTok clip, but you don't know the song, you know?
Absolutely. I feel like systems are so important because it's like, it's so much going on. You know what I'm saying? And you could be pulled in so many different ways, but when you have that system in place, everything is still going, regardless of what's going on.
Man, and it allows you to achieve what you can't achieve without it. You know, when I used to work, one of my supervisors, Kyle, one day he came to the floor and he was like, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail.
Right.
And that stuck with me.
Absolutely. So what helps you to decide when you say yes and when you say no?
Really how I feel internally. You know, I've said yes when I felt really, really great, and I've said yes when I didn't feel great, but I felt like I needed it. And it's two different experiences that you have after that. You know, your yes really have to be derived from you feeling like, man, this is what I want for myself, not yes, I guess. You know, it can't be yes, I guess. It got to be yes, this is truly what I want for myself.
Absolutely. It'd be like, oh, fuck yeah. Or
yeah,
nah,
exactly.
Like,
Exactly. You should be excited every time you go into a new venture, especially if it got to do with a deal or a contract. You know, it shouldn't. And I've been in, like I said, those phases where, I just did it because I'm like, man, we need this. We need to move this. We need to make this. And it never worked out in our favor because the energy just wasn't aligned fully from the get-go.
absolutely. What are some things that you had to unlearn that helped you be successful?
I had to unlearn everything I grew up learning. Honestly, like the tools I have today ain't the tools that I was given when I was on my journey and on my come up. I didn't know how to communicate properly. I didn't know how to run a business properly. I didn't know how to treat people properly. I didn't know how to express what I was feeling in a way that wasn't negative. I didn't know how to lead and guide people to get the result I needed out of them. Everything. I had to learn everything I knew and get a whole bunch of new skills and assets that was useful to the journey I was going. I had a bunch of skills that was useful to survive and navigate where I was at, but not where I was headed.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
What's happening? So you reinvested the $11,001 that Kyrie had.
Hell nah, I ain't reinvested. I ain't getting no ROI. I gave it away.
Okay.
An investment gets you some ROI. I gave it away.
Word up, word up. What made you do that?
I felt like it was necessary. You know, I still live in my community. I'm not like a nigga who made it and left, so I don't see, you know, what's going on and I'm out of touch. I live there. I see what niggas going through and I know the struggle. Like, man, it just was necessary. That was a blessing that was given to me and something that I just felt like I had to pass through back to the people.
Absolutely. What does community first look like in practice?
This, you know, I feel like these are things that we building horizontally. Like, we linked that BET and it was like, oh yeah, for sure. And then it's on the map. Let's go do that. Like, anytime we see somebody building something new and fresh and innovative or cool, like, we behind it. We supporting it. We supporting real people, not the establishments and the niggas who buy out everything, but the niggas who really in their community doing it. You know, I'm in my backyard for half the shows I do throughout the year, and people in my actual home with my real family hearing me speak directly to them. I'm not a nigga who come on stage, do a song, and then you never see me again. Like, I'm there. I'm hugging you. I'm shaking hands. I'm hollering. Like, it's real. Like, it's what I grew up with.
Absolutely. How long you been making music?
I started rapping when I was like 7.
Word.
Yeah, I'm 20 years in.
Word up.
I'm 20 years in. 2 decades.
Yo, so like at what point did you know that it was like, all right, boom, music is like, this is what I'm doing now, and this is all that, like, it's like a shift. Like, when was that shift of like, I'm just doing music and I'm focusing on this right now?
2019. When I decided to quit my job, I made a commitment to myself to go all in on my music. And that was like a big shift. And even then, you know, after I was in, but I was still out. I still was, you know, fucking off some time and bullshitting some of my life. And by 2021, when I had like that really, really viral moment, that's when it was really like, I ain't doing nothing else.
Word. See, in my mind, it's like, and through my experience, it's like you can't really be 1 foot in, 1 foot out of nothing. Like, if you really want to do something, you really got to be 100% with this, and it's going to work out. It might not work out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it don't work in no occasion. Like, you know, imagine trying to drive your car the whole time with 1 foot out the door and 1 foot in.
Word up, it's going to be dragging.
Imagine trying to cook some food in your house with 1 foot out the door and 1 foot in. You know, there's nothing you could do sustainably that way. It's never going to work.
Absolutely. I feel like it's like if you focus your mind and your heart and your intention 100% on something consistently every day, it's going to work out.
It ain't you get a universe no choice but to shape to your desire.
Absolutely. And you really gotta want it that bad too, to where you know what I'm saying, you dedicated like that.
For certain. Only way. The only way. You can't even trick yourself.
Absolutely, because like you said, some days you don't even want to get up, but you know what I'm saying? You out here dedicated. So go get up and get to it, because ain't nothing to it but to do it. You feel
hear me?
Yeah. That's lit, man. So how important is monetization, like for artists that are coming up right now, how important is it to focus on monetization before focusing on just being viral?
Honestly, I think you should focus on monetization last.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like you gotta have something worth monetizing first. And a lot of niggas don't have that. That's why they can't sell records. That's why they can't sell tickets, because it's like they don't have nothing actually worth monetizing. You got to really build a craft first outside of like, man, how can I make money from this before it's even worth, you know, value worth somebody spending their dollars on. Like, I done been to shows that's like, this ain't worth the fucking money we spent. We ain't really get no show, you know, so you can't go straight to monetization. You got to go to love first.
Absolutely. I look at it like, even with this brand, right, it be a lot going on, and sometimes it be like, damn, I should have set this up beforehand, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you playing catch up.
You wouldn't have been able to because you didn't know. And if you would have waited till you could do that before you started, you wouldn't be here.
Word up.
It don't work that. I remember when I I finally learned about like publishing and administering and splits and all that shit. And I had to go back through my entire catalog and redo it, republish, redo splits after I already had 100+ songs out. But imagine if I would have waited till I knew all that. It's like you can always correct when you learn the information, but if you choose not to start because like, oh, I don't have this set, I don't have it, you never gonna get here. You know, I did hundreds before I really learned the game, but I would have never learned the game if I ain't even do hundreds. You feel me? Like, you got to go get experience first. And I think today's time, that's the problem. Like, niggas trying to make chicken immediately. And it's like, bro, you got to build that up. You know how long Steph Curry played basketball for free?
Word.
You know how long that nigga played for free before he ever made $1? You know how long I rap for free before? You been driving these for free.
Word up, though.
You hear me?
Bread,
like
you feel
it
me?
ain't. You can't go straight to monetization, man. You gotta build something first.
Absolutely. So how do you stay motivated and stay inspired and still have that joy making new music?
The music part, you know, it's the easiest part. Like I love to make music, so that never really falter. It's like niggas who love to hoop or niggas who love to play football. Like when you still doing it because you love it and not just for the chicken, it just don't waver. It don't go away. That's in me. You know, the business side is everything where we gotta come together and figure out new things and adjust and go through the emotional turbulence of it. But the music is like the music. Nigga, we been in the bedroom making music forever.
Facts. Word up. Yeah, man. So how do you stay grounded with all of this success, man? Because you really humble and you a cool ass nigga. Real talk.
Man, I stay around real niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I see my kids. I still live in my community around real people who know who I am, who seen me grow up, who care.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the recipe. And I be outside. Like the sun hit me. You know? I'm not sheltered up. I'm outside. I'm really moving. I feel life. I feel the spirit. I feel the people. It's just I'm having a real experience.
Absolutely. That's a great way to put it. For real though. And
some of these niggas not living a real life. And you know, that's where all that turbulence come, cuz it's like, bro, this ain't authentic legit experience. Like you got to wake up every day and be somebody you not. You got to wake up every day and put on a mask. You got to put on chain. You got to put on a bunch of things to make you feel like you somebody who you really not. I don't have to do that. Like, nigga, this how I woke up. You feel me? And if you can't wake up and feel cool in just that, it ain't gonna never, you gonna always have some issues.
Word, bro. That's like depressing, man. Yeah, having to wake up and be somebody that you not like, you don't even want to be that person no more.
Man, and you got to convince yourself. You know, you got to lie to yourself every day that this is who you are and who you choose to be. And it get rough like that. That's just a turbulent journey. And eventually you get lost because eventually you gonna fall into the character. It's like actors who got to play like the Joker for so long. You know, eventually you gonna fall into the character, and now this your new life and your new world, and that shit confusing. You know, it's confusing to your granny and your kids who see you differently than you showing up in the world.
Word. That's crazy. Not to granny though, for sure. That's wild, man. But nah, this is super lit, bro. I greatly appreciate you coming through, bro.
Mutual, man. Thank you for sharing your platform with us.
You already know,
you
man.
Hear me?
From the Bay to the A.
Yada what I mean.
Let's get it with shit. You already know what it is, man. It's Mr. Brian Freeman. This is Cadillac Chronicles. We got LaRussell in the whip right now. We're going to catch y'all on the next one.
Oh, wait. Organic, man. Keep supporting these organic platforms. The niggas who really out here putting in the work. This niggas yelling as we ride through. That's real. That mean a nigga outside. That's where we supposed to be with it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's good. Shit, peace, y'all.